What is going on? Arkansas Razorback fans, SEC fans, college basketball fans everywhere. How you doing? What's up? Big Trail Network. I'm its host and creator, Tyzilla83, and I just want to say thank you so much for stopping by and checking out the content. If you guys would be so kind at the end of the video, I don't care if you're new or if you've been here a while, I need you to, at the end of the video, to like, comment, share, subscribe. If you would be so kind, I'd really appreciate it. It's the only way we can grow this thing together. And no doubt that I'd like to keep doing these videos for a long, long time. For a long time, I want to keep doing this stuff. We're talking about Arkansas. They're in the NCAA tournament. We knew they were. I don't think anybody was worried about the loss to Tennessee, that it would hurt them. And obviously, Joe Lunardi knows his stuff. I mean, let's just throw that out there. He liked Arkansas like almost since like the last 3 weeks of college basketball. He kept saying, "Look, Arkansas's a 7 seed. They're a 7 seed. Trust me." And he was right. So let's talk about their postseason play. Well, let's talk about the Butler matchup first. Butler? We talking about Butler. That's who we're talking about. Arkansas is who they're getting. 10 seed, the Butler Bulldogs taking on the 7 seed Arkansas Razorbacks. What an interesting matchup for a lot of different reasons. For one, on paper, it's like looking at the same two teams. Arkansas, points per game, I think they're top 40. Let me pull it up. 38th in the country. We know the first half of the season they were like top 15 scoring. They ended up 38th. Butler is they average 79. They're about 56th in the country. Pretty similar there. Rebounds, they're about the same. They both average right around 34 rebounds a game. Points allowed, they're pretty similar. 70, I think they allow 70, 73 to Arkansas 75. I'll say this, I think if Arkansas gets if Gafford, Macon, and Barford, I mean, obviously, if those three play consistent all postseason, if you can rely on Macon and Barford in the postseason to get to combine, for 30, 35 points, and then Gafford brings in 10 or 12 points, gets, maybe 8, 9 rebounds, and then if you can, to some degree, rely on C.J. Jones. I know, you just, got to take that with a grain of salt. But if you can rely on C.J. Jones to get 10 or 12 productive minutes off the bench, Arkansas is going to be tough. And I do favor Arkansas. I don't think it's by far and away. I don't think it's a matchup that you look at and you go, oh, yeah, Arkansas should. I mean, that'll be a double-digit win. Like some teams in their matchups, you look at some of these matchups, and obviously you've got those, or you've got the 1 seed taking on a 16 seed or a whatever. That's the advantage of being a higher seeded team. I do think Arkansas should have been a 6 seed where Florida is, but it is what it is. Butler is a tough draw. Something else to consider, and I was thinking about this when I was filling out my bracket. Remember, FBI investigations, you wonder how much of that has lingered over, how much of that has been and may continue to be an off-the-court distraction for some teams. I thought about that when I was filling out my bracket. And again, we'll do a bracket video probably later on. I'll show you mine. I'm curious about what you guys have on your bracket, but what I'm curious about in this video is I'm wondering what you think about this Arkansas Butler matchup. Again, they have did we talk about their senior forward, Khalil Martin? This guy's awesome. Khalil Martin, north of 20 points a game, pretty efficient. I think he's actually really good at the free throw line too. I don't know that for a fact. Don't quote me on that, but I thought I read somewhere where he shoots like 85% or something from the free throw line. It was either him or somebody off their team. We know Arkansas's not good at the free throw line. I'd love to see them shoot north of just north of 75%. That's all I'm asking at the free throw line. Just do that. But I think going forward with, I think it's likely they're going to draw Purdue, and if they go further than that, they may draw Florida or Texas Tech. What's going to be essential for Arkansas, the player that I'm going to look at the most, well, there's 2 players. It's going to be Gafford, and it's going to be C.J. Jones off the bench. If these 2 guys, it's hard to say what Macon and Barford are going to do this year in the tournament. It's hard to say. But it feels like you feel like they ought to do pretty good. But if they don't, if one of them or both of, Barford and Macon, if they struggle, C.J. Jones has got to get 10, 12, 13 efficient, productive minutes on the court. He has got to come in and fill, it can't be any more of the square peg, round hole stuff with him. You never know what you're getting when C.J. Jones is on the court. If he doesn't do it, somebody else needs to. The bench has to be productive going forward. I guess you could argue that the bench as a whole, and then Gafford, needs to be, going forward. You need to be able to rely on them. Gafford, if he gets shut down, if he gets shut out, then obviously you're going to have to, you're going to ask a lot of Barford and then you're really going to need C.J. Jones to come in and help relieve some of that pressure. But again, I like Arkansas's chances against Butler, but it's not going to be an easy. It's not a great draw for Arkansas. It could have been tougher, but oh boy, Butler, good season. Looking at their win-losses, looking at their schedule, they don't look like they play that great away from home. I don't know what they've done at a neutral site. Maybe some Butler fans can fill us in down below in the comments section. Let me know what they did at a neutral site. But it looked like, at first glance, away from their home stadium, they were not very good. That's another reason why I kind of liked Arkansas in that week one or round one matchup. So let me know. What do you guys think of the matchup? Who do you think wins? How far do you think Arkansas goes in the NCAA tournament? Let me know down below in that lovely comment section. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Can't say that 10 times fast. If you haven't already, do those things. And until the next video, we'll talk later. Peace.